Walker 1 for 3, a single in the first. Walker, fly ball to left, and this one's gonna go. Well, they've had the pitching from Zach Gallen, they had some defense from Zach Gallen, and now they've got the 3-run homer.
Welcome back to your Valley Sports Plugs Arizona Diamondbacks recap for March 28th through April 14th, 2024. I'm Chris Patrick, that's Michael Benjamin, and VSP Tallman. We're here to break it all down for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. In the first 2 weeks of the 2024 season, the Arizona Diamondbacks maintained an even 8-8 record. The Diamondbacks kicked off the season at home, clinching 3 out of 4 games in the series against the Colorado Rockies. Up next, they faced the New York Yankees in a 3-game series, where each game felt increasingly like a Yankees home game. Unfortunately, the D-backs could only secure 1 victory in this series. Their first road trip took them east to challenge the Atlanta Braves, and despite some close matchup, the Diamondbacks couldn't secure a win against Atlanta, and then it was on to Colorado. In their second encounter with the Rockies, this time in Colorado, the Diamondbacks bounced back after dropping the first game. They rallied to win the next 2 games, sealing the series. And finally, back at home at Chase Field, the Diamondbacks welcomed home Paul Goldschmidt and the St. Louis Cardinals for a 3-game series. The Diamondbacks did emerge victorious in 2 out of these 3 games, bringing their record back to an even 500. But I got to know what these guys have been seeing from the Snakes early in this season. So we'll check in with VSP Tallman first for what he thinks of the Arizona Diamondbacks so far.
Oh, fellas, it feels good to have baseball back. I'm telling you. But hey, this team, so much excitement coming into this season, especially with that late signing of Montgomery. This is like waiting for Durant to put on that Phoenix Suns jersey, waiting for the big 3 to finally play some games together. We have opened our toys on Christmas and we want to play with them, right? I can't wait to see Eduardo Rodriguez in that starting rotation and Montgomery. This is going to be crazy, but right now we don't have that luxury just yet. This is an 8-8 baseball team. This is a team that can beat the bad teams and lose to the good teams. But I think with this help coming, we can take that next step and we can be one of those good teams that's just going to compete with everybody. What we're seeing early on, I mean, we're seeing struggles from the bullpen, yet we saw some good stuff over the weekend. Bryce Jarvis is really proven his own here. We got Thompson's doing good. Ginkel's struggling. We really need Sewald back because what we're running into is we're having Frias, McGuff, Castro pitching in too many high leverage situations where we're just getting burned. So we need Sewald back. We need to get everybody back in their regular position. Thompson in the 7th, Ginkel in the 8th, and Sewald to close it out in the 9th. And just so everyone get comfortable with their spot. It was promising over the weekend. The bullpen has been doing good the last couple of games. Let's hope that's a preview of what's yet to come. But I'm just itching to get Eduardo back, itching to get Montgomery back. I know he's going to start his first game this weekend, either Friday or Saturday. So, 8-8, you can't complain, right? You can't complain. We're not at full strength. We need Thomas back. We need Perdomo back. So some early injuries has really not let this team play to its full potential. But, I think it's preview to come, what we saw over the weekend. But, this team's going to turn it on.
Yeah, Tallman, I love the callback to the Phoenix Suns start of the season because it seems like it's the exact thing that's happening with this Diamondbacks club right now. But we just got to remember opening day, what an absolutely historic day it was. 14 runs in the 3rd inning, but then it came at us pretty fast with a 5-game losing streak, including that sweep by the Braves, where the first 2 were blown games. Like, let's be honest, including some rookie mistakes from Blaze Alexander. And right now it just seems like we can't win in extra innings. And like you said, it's partially due to some tough sledding for the Diamondbacks bats late in games. Right now, they're 27th in the league in scoring after the 7th inning. And that back-end bullpen help, it just continues to struggle with McGuff, Frias, and Castro over 5 in ERA. But then again, Fott, Henry, and Nelson, 3 of our starters are over 5 as well. But this team just needs to ride the wave and basically stem the tide for right now, like you said. And they did that by bouncing back with 2 straight series wins. And to win 3 out of 5 series to start, we will take it, especially with how down we are with the manpower. So it's been slow rolling to start, but I'm very excited to see where this team goes as everyone comes back in the fold. But Chris, what have you been seeing, man?
I can't agree more with everything you guys are saying, and I think it's time that I put away the panic button. Felt like I was kind of starting to pull it out there for a little bit, but honestly, when you look at the numbers, they're doing pretty good. And despite some blunders and close games, ones that got away, that's what happens when you have high expectations. I mean, this team ranks 8th in ERA for the MLB, entire MLB pitching staff, and then the team ranks 9th in the batting average at 251. So a lot of other teams are doing much worse. Like I said, we're going to keep hearing that word, expectations. You make it to the World Series last year. You think that they can do it again this year. We have a tough division, guys. The NL West is stacked. The Dodgers are pretty clearly going to run with it and win the title. So we have to remember and keep the perspective that we're going to be in through the wild card if we make the playoffs. So it's a long season, plenty of games left, but I'm excited to see what this team can do, especially as they get healthy and they get these guys brought up to speed like Montgomery. But of the players we have gotten to see so far, let's bring back our player of the recap for 2024. And we'll ask you, Tallman, who is your first player of the recap?
Oh, yeah, baby. So I'm going to pick a new face. I'm going to go with Gino Suarez for my player of the recap. Gino, he's batting 258, 11 hits, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and he has struck out 19 times. But wait, guys, he doesn't lead the team. That award belongs to Christian Walker. So mainly, I am just so excited that we found the perfect solution to our everyday player at the third base position. What we remember last season was just a carousel over there at that position. So getting Gino in, the guy is reliable, he's durable, he's going to try to play every single game. Yeah, he played every single game last season, but that's not how Torrey rolls. You know, he had to take the day off on Sunday, but the guy's been in the starting lineup to start the entire season, and he's producing. He's had a great start to his D-backs career, and I think he's been kicking some ass.
Tallman, I couldn't agree more. What a great pick to start off your picks for the year for player of the recap. But mine, I feel like this was a pretty easy one this year as well. I'm going with our ace, Zach Gallen. In 4 starts to start this year, he's 3-0, 1.64 ERA, 26 strikeouts, no home runs given up this year so far as well. So his last start was a beauty, man. 6-inning, 4-hit shutout on 90 pitches, leading to a 5-0 series clinching win versus the Cardinals. He's tied for first in the league in wins, 6th in strikeouts. If he keeps it up, he's going to continue to put his name at the top of the Cy Young list. I'm just very excited to see him come out rolling after such a deep run last year. So Zach Gallen is my pick this time. And Chris, who do you got for your first one of the year?
Oh, man, you guys took some pretty good names there in Suarez and Gallen. But I had to go with my man, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Started the season so hot, even winning the National League Player of the Week honors in the first week of the season, where he had 1 home run in each of his first 3 games against the Rockies. Came out the gate hot. It's cooled off a little bit since then. I think he's only gotten 1 more homer since, but I expect that this is what we'll see from Lourdes Gurriel, especially coming out of the DH position when he's batting there. He has 275 average to start the season, leads the team in RBIs and total bases. So we know he's a power bat. There's a reason we brought him back, and he's picking up right where he left off. You love to see it. But fellas, let's take a quick look at the next 2 weeks, and then we'll let everyone know what we're going to be doing here. In the next 2 weeks, the Diamondbacks will face the Chicago Cubs for a 3-game series at home. Next, it will be on the road to take on the San Francisco Giants for a 4-game series. We'll stay on the road and head to St. Louis for a 3-game series with the Cardinals, and then we'll finish up the road trip in Seattle for a 3-game series with the Mariners. And guys, we're going to keep bringing you a recap of the Diamondbacks every 2 weeks throughout the season. So make sure you like and subscribe for more Arizona Diamondbacks and Valley Sports action. For Michael Benjamin and VSP Tallman, I'm Chris Patrick, and we'll see you next time. Peace.